Hi, I'm Robin Scherzer, and welcome to Robin's Stampin' Hood. Hey guys, it's Robin with Robin's Stampin' Hood, and I wanted to start sharing with everybody the different projects I do at my clubs every month. So these projects that you're going to see today, there's 3 of them, and I did them last month in May of 2023. And my focus last month was this awesome set, Cheerful Daisies. So it comes with this, you can buy it as a bundle, and it comes with this stamp set and these dies. I was using it all of May. I was so happy for spring. I love daisies, and this it hits home. The paper's beautiful, all that. So I'm going to show you now all the club projects I did. I usually do 2 to 3 depending on the difficulty every month, and I do offer them as a to-go option as well. So if you're interested in that, shoot me an email or a message. But this again is for my May club, and I will share with you next month what I do with my June club. So let's get started, shall we? So the first card that I'm going to show you is using Garden Green. And I do need to, I'm gonna just pull a paper over here because we're gonna use some Sponge Daubers and all that fun kind of stuff. So this is just Garden Green cut in half at the 5.5 mark, going along the 11-inch edge. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fold it so I kind of have it out of my way. And then I just took a piece of white paper, of the basic white, and I've cut it down to the 5.25 by 4. And we're gonna do a little bit of stamping on it. So let me grab my stamp first. So this is one of the stamps in the set, wishing you the brightest birthday. And because this is a polymer, photopolymer stamp set, I highly recommend that you purchase a piercing pad because it will help you get that good coverage. Our photopolymer doesn't have that little bit of foam that's between the rubber that we sell. So that's why you need it. This is kind of acting as, well, it is not kind of, it is acting as the that foam piece. So I'm going to go and grab my Garden Green. And we're going to just do a little bit of stamping here. And I always stamp before I assemble, because if I mess it up, we always have 2 sides of the paper, right? So I can just flip it over and use the other side. So I'm going to put that right there. Yay, it worked beautifully. And close that up before I put my hand in it. So this is part of the daisy paper. Oops, let me show you. Fresh's daisy paper. So I cut it down to 4 by 2. So I'm just going to lay it there. We're going to glue it down. And I'm actually going to move my pad since I don't need it anymore. So I don't get glue on it, because I will. And go ahead and put this down. I just love this paper. Love it, love it, love it. I cannot get enough of it. And you know, during June, we have that sale going on, right? You get 15% off our designer series paper, and Fresh as a Daisy is one of them that qualifies for that. So you definitely want to do that. Instead of $12.50, they are $10 and I believe 62 cents maybe. And that's in the US. So let's go put that down. Okay, so that's the base of our card. And I will say, because the card is green inside, I am going to put a white layer so you can write on it. But I think what I'm going to do, and I didn't do this with my club, but I'm going to do it now because it makes sense. I'm actually going to take the daisy stamp and the crushed curry, because that's one of the yellows that is in this. And I'm just gonna ink it up a little bit here, and I'm just gonna stamp off in the corner just to give it a little something something, right? Like you don't want to totally have a blank card. And then I'm just gonna take, this is the center of it, so I'm just gonna take that and fill in the center real quick. Very easy, very cute, very pretty. I love it, love it, love it. Can you see that? Yay. All right. So let's put that in the center. And that's why I stamped off there a little bit. So I'm going to put this in the center of the card. I like to use the Tombow glue because if I don't put it down exactly right the first time, I have a few split seconds to be able to move it back into place before it adheres. So there's the inside. Isn't that pretty? Doesn't that just make the inside? I love it. Okay, so there's the base of our card. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this die cut. So this is part of the set that I die cut out ahead of time. It's this piece right here, and it comes all just like that. Isn't that pretty? So I loved it, and so I'm gonna take, again, going back to the crushed curry. I'm gonna get this out of the way before I squeeze it. And I'm taking a sponge dauber, love them, and I'm just sponging where the centers would be, because these are gonna be white daisies. Our inside was yellow daisies, but these are white daisies. And then I'm just kind of making them a little darker. Yay, okay. And then you're gonna come in with the garden green and use the sponge dauber to do these leaves up here. This is why I really needed the paper, because I'm trying my hardest not to hit the actual daisy. So, isn't that fun? I love it. So easy too. Okay, and then what I did is I cut out a piece of crushed curry using the scalloped contour set, because I wanted to give it was a little bit too much white and with using the white daisies. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my contours, or my scalloped edge contours. I'm gonna put that down here. And then we're gonna lay the daisies on top. Oh my gosh, I just love this so much. So I think I'm gonna lay it like that. And then you can kind of see isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I'm just gonna do a little glue. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna kind of hit it where it might need a little glue. Don't want it to pull up on people, but you don't need it so heavy. You have a little bit on there and it'll be just perfect. So, how do you love that? Is that so pretty? Oh my gosh, I just love it. So I also encourage embellishing. You know, if you know me, I love my embellishments. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, these are the pastel backed sequins, and I'm just going to take 3 of them. Oops, that one kind of went flying. And we're going to put them kind of randomly around the card just to give it that little extra. Because I always tell my gals, you need to stamp it, layer it, and embellish it. So this is me. Other people do different things, but I just think it adds that little extra something, something when you throw an embellishment on there. So this was the first project we did at my club in May. Cute. All right, up is the next project. Okay, the second project we did will make a great little neighbor gift, teacher gift, coworker gift, whatever you want, mom gift, you know, it could even be a birthday card. It's really super simple. So again, I'm using this gorgeous paper. Love it, right? And that's the back side of it. Ooh, we got some embellishment. It wants to be embellished. It already has the embellishment on it. So what we're gonna do is I've used the thick white cardstock, which whenever I use it as a base, whenever I use white as a base, I always make sure I have the thick cardstock, because then it's not going to collapse on the person if they want to put it on their mantle, right? So we're just going to create the base, and I've cut this designer series paper down to 4 by 5 1/4. Pretty standard stuff. Now, did I do that? Let's see, which way should it go? Well, I think it should go this way. Okay, so we have that. All right, and we'll just set that aside for a second. And this is a piece of the new color bubble bath. I had to really think about that. Yep, bubble bath. And it is a piece of 4 by 3. So it's 4 by 3. But we want to go ahead and score on 3 of the sides, the 2 short sides and the 1 long side. So I use my Stampin' Up! Score trimmer, and I'm going to use the light gray. And I like to, when there's small measurements, because you're gonna score here, here, and here, the 2 short sides and 1 long side at a 1/2 inch, or a 1/4 inch, I'm sorry. And the 1/4 inch is right there, and it's right here, and it's really hard to, because I like to hold it down. So I'm gonna hold it on this side. So this is a 1/4 inch, and then a 1/4 inch on this side, and then a 1/4 inch on this side. It's just so much easier to hold it down that way. Okay, so then I want you to cut out these corners, and I need to find my scissors to do that. There we go. So we don't need these little corners in there. They'll just get in our way. We're going to create a cute little pocket, and you'll see what I'm going to do here in a second. And then you'll need a circle punch. This is a 1 3/4, and I'm just going to do a little divot out of the top. So, because I'm creating a pocket, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it on each side to make sure it's even. You don't need a huge divot, just a small one. Make sure it doesn't take your eye out when you do that. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and really give it a nice burnish on each side of this. Okay. All right. And before I put it all together though, I want to go ahead and stamp this. So I am going to use the, oops, I might have put that away already. Hold on here. We're going to grab the crushed curry back, I think. And we're going to use our little daisy again. And I'm just going to stamp right in the middle. Yay. Oop, I should have used my pad. I can feel I don't have any. Let's hope it works okay. Yep, I think it's okay. And then I'm going to stamp the middle. Perfect. So just to give it a little something, something, right? Okay. And then we're going to take our tear tape, and we're going to put the tear tape on where we have the little edges created. Okay. Okay, and oops. Turn it. I'm sticking down to my paper a little bit. I love the tear and tape because we used to sell sticky strip, which was awesome. This is just like sticky strip, except it's not as hard to use. The sticky strip always was really hard to get the little pieces off, and you had to use the scissors. You couldn't just tear it with your fingers, which I love that about this. So, oops. Okay, and then I'm going to place this down. Let's try it this way. Maybe I can do it a little bit better if I have it folded over there. Okay, let's see here. So you want it to be even, obviously. Okay, got that. And let's see, you're gonna see how you put a little packet of flowers in here. Sure, right? Yes, I knew it would work. So little Shasta daisies, isn't that cute? But I am going to do a little bit of embellishing because it looks a little plain. So let's go ahead and, do I want to do the, yeah, I think so. We'll do some of the little pink ones. These again are the pastel adhesive backs. And I'm just going to do 3 of them. And I'm kind of doing them in a kind of in a triangle. Let's do it that way. Oh, that's better. Okay. So that's it. Super simple. Now you could, if you wanted to, take the little label that comes with, and I think we did this at Club, the little label that comes with, and you can go ahead and stamp it. Now this is Moody Mauve. It's one of our new in colors, and I believe we used this stamp. I think it fits just perfect. And your friendship means everything. Yay. Isn't that fun? And then we can just set it up off to the side. And you have your stamping, you have your embellishment, you have designer series paper, you have layering. So much fun. Love it. So easy too. And you know, you can go to the dollar store and get these seed packs, and I just love it. They're lovely. And then you can go ahead and stamp something inside if you wanted to. So there you go. There is the second project we did at my May Club. Okay, so here is the last project we did for Club this May. So this is just a fun fold card. You're gonna love it. So we're using the daisy paper again. On one side's that, one side that, but we're gonna use that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna glue down my base. So we're gonna cover up these pretty daisies, but that's okay. We'll make it so you won't even notice. So this is just a quarter sheet of cardstock. And this, by the way, is one of the new in colors. It's called Copper Clay. Okay, so that's our base. It's just a quarter sheet, so it's 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then you're gonna need this is 8.5 by 3. So all you're gonna do is fold it in half. And like I said, this is just a really easy, simple, fun fold card. Oops. So fold it in half. You can use your bone folder or your scorer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, this is going to go on the front of this piece. I know you guys have probably seen these. Look at the fun daisies. I just love this paper. It's my favorite paper out of the whole catalog. Okay, and then this is the inside of this piece. So this is the actual little card. So you want to be able to write a message in here. So what's going to happen is this will lay on top like that. And so we're going to go ahead and attach that. Like I said, super simple, fun fold card. So now this follows my rule of thumb about layering. So we have layers. Oops, we're going to scoot that over just a little bit because I feel like it's not quite even. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and I cut out one of the tags. Again, that's in the actual set. And I'm going to take the copper clay and I'm going to use this fun saying again, your friendship means everything. We're going to go ahead and stamp that there. Yay. And then we're going to embellish this part of the card with this awesome ribbon. So this is the copper clay textured ribbon. So all I'm going to do, I'm not a big bow tire. So all I'm going to do is tie it around the front of this. Just make sure it's flat on the back side. And I don't want to cover up the daisies, so I'm actually going to knot it off to this side so you can still see the beautiful daisies. And again, I'm just knotting it. I'm not tying a bow. I'm not a big bow tire, but I always find that a knot works just as nicely. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move it just a little bit. And of course, we're going to trim it up because it looks bad now. Oops. And that. So we have that. And then we're going to add this to up here because there's no daisies up here and we want some kind of saying. But let's look at the embellishments. So there are, I'm grabbing behind me. So there are these wonderfully new in colored dots, which unfortunately right now they have sold out. So you're going to have to wait to get these now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the boho blue, because that is what this color is, and I'm just going to put it on each side because it just needed a little something, something, don't you think? And that offsets the copper clay. There, okay. And then I'm gonna just take my dimensionals and pop that up on the card. And this does fit in a normal size envelope, so you can mail it to your friends or whoever your heart desires. And you know, you guys, do you use the edges of your dimensionals? You should. They work lovely. Yes, they do. And they're not pretty, but nobody sees them, right? Because they're just stuck to your card. So let's put that up over here. And that was our third project for my May Club. So you can see, whoops, these were the 3 cards. Aren't they cute? I love all of them. I just love this whole suite. So if you love the suite as much as I do, you can purchase it at my online store at robynscherzer.net. And please use hostess code, what you see there. And thanks for stopping in. And if you're interested in my club in the future, just shoot me a message. Thanks for stopping and sharing some time with me, and happy stamping.